Please, please.
Are you done with your questioning? Friends, wait. Please, cool. Friends, wait. Did you answer the question?
Yes, but I'm not clear what exactly you want to know.
No, you are in previous team for more 1 year. Okay, one thing I accept. At that time you are the coordinator, you are starting the election, blah blah blah, that you are unable to produce renews.
That is wrong. That is wrong.
What is wrong?
We are unable to produce Mac is wrong.
Actually,
See, we made it
guys,
twice in a year.
again. Ask a question. Frame it as a question. You are the coordinator for 2014 to 15 renews. That 15 to 16. Answer the question.
See, the first edition has come in June 2015, okay, which I have mailed you a copy also on your request. And the second edition is supposed to come this month, okay? And the second edition is supposed to come this month.
Ravi, I having two questions to you. You think you are suitable for this research affairs secretary post? Why you are certainly, like if you are going to executive wing, you should work as a volunteer or coordinator, then counselor in different teams, placement, RSD or something, and then you will go to that. Why you are suddenly jump like, what is the reason?
It's like, that's what I told you. I was having previous experience. I was the academic head in my BTech. Then I was that mess secretary in NIT Rourkela. Their strength was 1400. So, and I discussed with some other research scholars, and I also faced many problems like I will tell workshop related some issues. Okay, so it's like if you are in a counselor team, you cannot solve that problem. That's what I am thinking. If I will be sit in that post, I can solve some issues regarding the research scholars, the newly joined research scholars, what the problems they are facing basically.
After I seen that your manifesto, I got little bit laugh because what is the traffic things came this scenario? This is the part of research of a secretary work.
Yeah.
Why the traffic issues? That is a big headache for whole institute. You are mentioned that what is the point of view, how it is related to researchers, research community. Your main important goal is improve the quality of the research scholar's life. But you are mentioned that what is the in behind things are there.
Yeah, you are correct. It's not come under the research affairs secretary. Yeah, but it's an institute problem. So I will address this also. Okay, it's like I can address. We cannot stop two-wheelers where the students are going to school at the peak time, like 8 o'clock morning. So what I want to do for this, it's like we will arrange some buses, some one or two buses from the Krishna Gate to the school, so that this problem will be resolved somehow. That's what.
Hello, my name is Arjun. I'm doing my PhD in mechanical. So basically it's not a question, it's a concern that I have after seeing your manifesto. The major problems or the major burdens that are facing by the scholars in the campus are not addressed. Basically, the problem with the guide, like this is not an easy task. Okay, and the second one is the point with the lack of computational facility in the campus, and the problem with the center workshop. We have a beautiful center workshop, but it's a mess there.
Yeah.
And both of your manifesto doesn't carry any point to make it correct. Okay, so it's basically concerned that the executive wing will fail to question the authority in this case. He have raised this multiple times that he can't question the staffs of admin. So it's only my concern that the executive wing may fail to question the authority. That's it.
Okay, so question. Hello Ravi.
Hello.
You told that you are a very social person, you have met all the research scholars and everybody, and you failed to recognize the people who were elected last time. Okay, so I don't understand that. That is first thing, okay. And it is something mandatory that when you give a manifesto, you give a write-up. But you are you didn't put up the write-up as such, you uploaded the same manifesto in write-up. Why so?
Okay. See, yeah, I did not uploaded the write-up. I have write-up with me now. See, many research scholars are not coming to this meeting also, Soapbox. So, if someone will read my manifesto, they will definitely ask me for the write-up. So, I want to know the curiosity of research scholars.
Okay. So that is one. So you got to know the curiosity of research scholars. Now my another question is, what is the groundwork you actually did? Because you mentioned in one of the slides, if I roll back, that higher studies. But that slide didn't have any content of higher studies. Why?
Placement and higher studies, that's what I mean.
In slide there is no content of higher studies. Ask the question.
Okay, I will tell you, sir. First, listen to me.
Yeah. Just
Okay,
ask the
placement and higher studies. Okay, placement is for the MS scholars, and higher studies means for PhD. If they are sitting for either placement or for postdoc. So that's what I mean from the higher studies.
Sir, here where is the higher studies part?
That doesn't mean.
Upper you have written like placement and higher studies. Below you don't write.
See, sir, I put points for explaining the things.
Point should be there.
That doesn't mean I have. See, sir, if you are putting something in heading, that doesn't mean you have to put in line.
Okay.
This is a general thing. Basically, you are a research scholar. You know these things.
Yeah.
That I am expecting.
Yeah, correct. So another thing is, what all work did you do in institute? In institute, like you had opportunities to become coordinator for different thing or something like that. Why didn't you take it up?
That's basically my choice. Okay. That's what I told you.
Okay. Have you cleared your comprehensive examination?
No.
Okay. So my concern is, I have a genuine concern as a research scholar. Guys. I have a genuine concern as a research scholar, because if you haven't completed the comprehensive examination, you will spend fair amount of time in preparing for that, and we will need you for placements and.
That's your thinking, basically.
Oh, you will have time.
That's your thinking, yeah.
Okay.
See, if I have time, that's why I'm contesting for this post.
Audience questions.
Yeah, hi. My question is regarding that contingency grant. What are you going to do about that? I mean, what's your contingency grant for HTRA?
Okay. As I already told, every research scholar is given 30,000 per year as a contingency grant for your, let's say, for your expenses for the academic year. Maybe you can buy equipments, or you can buy, maybe as a travel expenses, you can claim that.
Sir, please speak in mic. Yeah.
Keep it.
Anybody know? Is this audible?
Keep it close.
It's not audible.
Yeah, now.
Alright. So essentially, I have a point of clarification with your manifesto. You've got a lot of points that are specific to admin. So to the admin, like there are a lot of points that actually lie in the code of the admin. So how do you know the decision-making process in the institute? What is your role as the RAS in that, and how do you plan to get things done?
Yeah, I know. That's what I told you. I discussed with this PhD counselors.
I want you to explain it to me. Can you explain to me how you will get something passed?
Okay.
So something from your manifesto could be, okay, let's say you are looking at Fortune 500 companies that you want down here. So how would you get this through? Can you give me like a brief explanation of how the timeline would be?
500 companies.
No, Fortune 500. That's what you promised, right? You bring more Fortune 500. So how would you actuate something like that?
Okay, so it's like that. If you have 500 Fortune companies, you will assign some coordinators for that.
No, it's a 500. Fortune 500 is a term. So Fortune 50, Fortune 5, Fortune 500, that is a designation for a company.
Yeah, correct.
So it's not 500 Fortune companies, because that doesn't exist. Go on.
I don't have any idea for this.
Fair enough. So anything else? Maybe you could clarify something about the generic decision-making process in the institute.
Yeah, that's what.
Maybe what you could tell me is how SAC functions, how BOS functions, how BAR functions. Maybe you could give me a little clarity.
Okay, SAC is like is the committee of the students who are elected from the general student body. Okay, and like they are taking some decisions regarding some policies or any major issues of the research, if it is related with the research scholars. So if they are all agreeing, and they are discussing with these higher authorities. Okay,
Shashank, use the mic, use the mic.
Essentially, the reason I'm concerned is you're applying for the post of RAS without even knowing what committees the RAS serves on. Like that's an elementary.
That's what I'm telling you.
So tell me the committees that are involved.
Yeah, that's what I told. What is the role of RAS? Yeah.
Tell me 5 committees that the RAS serves on.
Five?
So 5 committees. So in a committee you have like a list of members and you have ex officio STS
Okay.
and ex officio RAS.
Yeah,
So give me
RAS will form one committee. Okay.
Look, there are 5
I'll clarify the question. The question is, on which committees does the RAS serve by default? Not the ones that RAS forms, the ones that the RAS serves by virtue of being the RAS. He wants you to name 5 of them.
5?
So for example, one thing could be you have the Senate. So in the Senate you have the STS, the RAS and the AS.
Yeah.
So that happens ex officio. Give me names of other things that the RAS does, like give me names of other committees that the RAS serves on by default.
I'm not getting the question.
No. See, in the Senate, the RAS is there by default as a member. But do you know of any other committees in which the RAS is there by default? Name some other companies, some other committees.
Okay, to be fair, I like to pose the same question to Shrikant.
Yeah.
Okay, so by default, RAs will be in Board of Placements, and then Board of Students, BAR, Board of Academic Research, and then this Quarters Allotment Team Committee, he'll be in the team. And so these are the 4 items.
Hello. Hi, I'm Shiva Prasad. I'm doing a PhD in mechanical engineering. So I have a question, common question to both of you. So what is a single point motivation for you guys to apply, being an RAS? I want it very simple. Just one single point that motivated you to apply for an RAS post.
Okay. See, the motivation for me was, for the last 1 year I was there in the RAC committee. I know how it works and what are the
I wish
difficulties.
it's very simple. I
Okay.
don't want a big story.
There is no experienced candidate nomination for RAC this time. That's why you understand.
As I told, I joined last year, so I faced my. One thing we can do is like.
Do you not have an answer?
No.
Yeah. Do you want to answer?
No, I don't.
No, wait. Do you have a follow-up question? Just keep it to a question.
And what about the actually people want to go after PhD for postdocs and all. So what you will go for that purpose? But what you will do for that? Actually, most of the people are interested for postdoc and for further studies. So what are your agenda for that, and what you will frame for this particular situation? Himon, he's already.
Yeah.
Okay. So when it comes to postdoc, first thing is passing on information, and the rest is done. Research scholar has to take care of that. So that we are taking care through the placement portal. If you see, there are many pages or many websites that provide postdoc details. If the research scholars are not aware, then it's